Once again, folks, I'm coming to you halfway through, or I guess partway into, another one of my projects. I'm working on hooking up a automatic watering system, and this has been a long time coming, and man, it would have done me a lot of good last summer when we had that 100 years drought. But what I've finally broke down and done, and I'm super excited about, is I picked up my Orbit sprinkler timer here, control valve timer, and it's pretty nice. It's got just your main box, keeps it weather tight. Here's your whole control panel. It's this thing, user friendly. This thing is awesome. As far as making all your settings, right now I've got it off, obviously. Once you got everything set, you just turn it to auto, it runs. But you've got all your different settings here. So you set your date, your clock, your start time. It's got 3 different programs, A, B, and C, that it can run. Each program can run up to 4 valves. And in this particular one, I got the one, it's got 12 settings, so I can run up to 12 valves off here. So I've got 3 programs that each one can run 4 valves. I don't know, right now, it can run all programs at the same time. I don't know if I would have enough water capacity to run 12 valves all at the same time, but I don't intend to. That's the great thing. When you program this thing, when you set your, how often, I don't know if you guys can see the screen or not, probably not with the glare of the sun, but how often you can select Sunday, you can select any day of the week, or you can select intermediate, or I'm not sure what the INT stands for, but basically it'll tell it water every 2 days, every 3 days, whatever you want to do. Or you can do odds or even, so you can have it water, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or the in-between. So actually pretty cool. All the different features you can do with it is pretty neat. And this particular one, the reason I really liked it is because it has 24-volt output, so I can actually run a 24-volt wire from this system and use it on other systems if I want to. If I want to control, I've got a couple like misters that I've used and stuff like that in the actual greenhouse. I can run the 24-volt feed from here to there, and then just get some 24-volt timers or whatever I have to have in that system, and that 24-volt feed will work for, of course, all your valves and stuff. But it's also got rain sensor plug-ins, and it's got a pump command. And so in my particular case, I have a sprinkler pump, which it's underneath the tote here. I'll move the tote for you, but underneath the tote, nothing special. Little 1 horsepower sprinkler pump, but it works extremely well. And I intend to use that for all of my watering operations when coming from my barrels. So, I'll make a few more videos to update as I go along as far as how this project works, but I'm going to have it set up to where it will always feed from the barrels when they're full. And if they're not full, I'll just turn off a valve and I'll open a separate valve that comes from city water, and then it will run from city water, in which case I'll just turn off the pump. So even if it kicks a valve open, it sends a signal to the pump, it says, okay, pump, go ahead and run. The pump won't run because it's turned off, so I don't have to worry about running my pump dry or anything like that. But what I've started today is I had to put this board across the wall here for a brace. But I've got my first manifold of 3 valves. So these are going to hook up. I've already got them all glued together in series. They're going to hook up right there on the wall. And on the left-hand side here, there'll be a 90-degree that'll turn down, run down into the ground, and it'll run across over and tie in with my rain barrels over there. And then I'll extend out as the days go on. I'll extend out to the right and add in the other 9 valves as I go. So for right now, I've got these 3 valves, and they'll run down to the ground right here, run across, and they'll come up to each one of my 3 raised beds. So I've already got my raised beds set up with sprinklers on them. But what I've had to been doing right now is I have to manually go, you can see how this was hooked up over here. I have to manually go and cross over from my flex hose to PVC, and then from PVC it has a crossover to a garden hose fitting. So I have to run my garden hose off my pump, and if I can only water 1 bed at a time. I could put on a splitter and run all 3 beds, but usually I just water 1 bed at a time and just change it each day or whatever as I need to. So anyway, the video is not about that. The video is about my cool watering system, and I'm super stoked about it. In the future, what I'm actually going to do is actually try to tie in with my rain barrels a sensor that will detect a low water level, and have that low water level sensor communicate with an automatic valve coming from city water, so that there actually won't be any hiccup in watering at all. I won't have to come out here and manually shut off the pump. When that sensor detects low water, it will override, it'll shut off the pump, and it will open a valve coming from city water, so that ideally you won't even see a fluctuation in your flow rates. So anyway, like I said, I'll make more videos as it comes. But for right now, this is just starting off on my watering system. See ya.